And welcome to today's DeKalb County School District Tech Cafe. Let's communicate with Infinite Campus Parent Portal and other resources. This is a part of our 2021-2022 series, led by Instructional Technology and Family Engagement. Our session etiquette. To maximize this webinar, it is best to log on using a laptop or a computer. Make sure your microphone is muted and remains on mute for this entire webinar. If you have questions, please type them in the Q&A section. The chat is being monitored by members of the Title I Parent Center facilitators and instructional technology team. Questions are being recorded, and some answers will be provided in the chat or Q&A. Let's look at our webinar outcomes. By the end of this session, participants will identify some various communication tools, set up and access Infinite Campus Portal, recognize and understand features of Infinite Campus Parent Portal. Now, we always like to know who's sharing this space with us. I have a team of people that's going to place the sign-in form in the chat. Please sign in to let us know that you are sharing the space with us. And while you're doing that, let's meet the Parent and Family Engagement team. We provide support to families and schools who need assistance in accessing school and district resources, addressing concerns, and building skills to be strong partners in their students' education. We are dedicated to developing educated, engaged, and empowered parents and staff who are partners in creating great schools in every region. Family engagement resources and supports are available through the Department of Parent and Family Engagement and the Title I Office of Federal Programs Regional Parent Centers. Now, we have 7 regions in DeKalb County School District. We have a Parent Center facilitator that supports those regions. Now, I'm also going to place this particular flyer in the chat for you, just in case you may need to contact your Title I Parent Center facilitator. We also have the Parent and Family Engagement team in their district-wide initiatives, led by Ms. Melissa Harris, Deputy Superintendent, Community Empowerment, Innovation, and Partnership. Some of the things that they have as well: wraparound services, parents' personal and professional growth, student academic support, family-friendly schools, diversity and inclusion, parent leadership training. And we're definitely not going to leave out our instructional technology team. All of them are available tonight to assist us with today's webinar. Our topic: let's communicate with Infinite Campus Parent Portal and other resources. Now, attendees, please don't forget, let us know that you're sharing this space with us. Please sign in. So what is effective communications? Effective communication is essential for building school-family partnerships. It constitutes the foundation of all other forms of family engagement in education. So let's look at some of the DeKalb County School District communication tools and their features. So the tools that we use to communicate with parents and families to build this relationship, to build this partnership that we speak of a lot. We use school messengers. Some people call it calling posts. We have a message center within Infinite Campus platform, and we're going to talk about that tonight as well. We have our school website. Parents, when was the last time you really navigated your school website to look at the information that is provided there? Our schools have social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We also have it on a district level as well as we communicate with our parents and families. And tonight we're going to truly explore some of the features of the Infinite Campus Parent Portal. At this time, I will give control to Instructional Technology Specialist, Risa Azar.
Well, thank you, Annette Ford. I appreciate it. You did an awesome job. So let's go ahead and start with Campus Portal. So Campus Portal is a confidential and secure website that provides parents with real-time access to information to better understand, monitor, and participate in the educational process. So first, how do you navigate to get to Infinite Campus Parent Portal? Well, there's several ways to do it. But one way that we're going to show you tonight is you can navigate to the DeKalb County District website, and then you can scroll down to the bottom and click on the Infinite Campus icon. Then when you get to that icon, you will go to, excuse me, whoops, hold on 1 second. Let me get back to that so you have it. 1 second. Hold on. So when you get to the login screen, you will have the choice of Campus Parent or Campus Portal. When you get there and you select, say you click on Campus Portal, then you can log in. On the left side, it shows how you can log in. If you're a brand new user, you need that activation code, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. And then you can get that activation code by filling out 3 different things, which I'm going to show you in just a moment. On this page also, if you forgot your username or your password, you can retrieve it on this page as well. So what we're going to do for a second is we're going to go live in this part. We're not going to go live in the portal. We're going to show you some screenshots actually in the portal for privacy reasons. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to navigate to DeKalb County's website. When you navigate to DeKalb County's website, you would scroll down to the bottom and click on the Infinite Campus icon. At that point, it leads you to this screen right here, where you would select either Campus Student if you're a student or Campus Parent. Once you click on Campus Parent, at this point, the parent would put in their username and their password. If they are new to Campus Portal, what they can do is they can come down here to New User. When they come down here to New User, what happens there is they can put in their child's student number, their 8-digit student number, their 7-digit student number, the last 4 digits of their Social Security number, and then the birth date, and submit. And then what will happen is they will get an activation key. This is the activation key that you will be able to create your username and password to get into Campus Portal. If you forget your password, you can enter in your username and get your password. And then if you forget your username, you can enter in an email and then get your username through your email. Now let's go back to the presentation. All right, so now we're in the portal here. Now what we want to do is we want to show you various features within the portal. Like I said, on these slides, we are showing you the actual screenshots because of privacy reasons. Once you log into the portal, at the top right corner, there is a little person. With that little person, and what I'm showing you here is I'm showing you on some of the slides, I'm showing you the computer view and then a mobile device view. It's not on every slide with a mobile device, but you'll see it on some of them. So right here, when we click on the person, you can go to settings. Now, what does settings do? Let's go to the next slide. On settings, you have about 5 different options here. One of them is the account settings. Say you want to update your email that you are registered in for Portal, you can update that right here. And then you can also update your password right here. And this is the mobile view. Also in this area is where you can have there's the access log. So it'll show you where and how many times you have accessed the portal. The next thing is up in the top right corner, there is the bell, which is the message center. And this is where you will get messages that have been from the teacher, from the county. This is one area, but then watch. Then over on the left side, when we click on Message Center, we have that option as well. In announcements, this is going to be district announcements for that all of the students are getting. There's also the inbox tab, which I'm going to show you in a moment. So with the inbox tab, this is where it applies for your actual child. And with the inbox, it will show a message from the teacher, from the school. That is what will be in the inbox tab right there. Now, there is another tab that sometimes will be there. It isn't there now, but at the beginning of the school year, you'll have the survey tab, or when they need to put out a survey. For example, this one has the code of conduct there, and this is where you can go in and conduct the survey, or the student, depending on what it is for. But that tab will be there if there is a survey to complete. The next tab over on the left is the Today tab. Now, this is really important, especially if you have multiple students. I wanted to show you multiple children. Up at the top right corner, you can see if you have more than one child, you can use that drop down over on the right, and you can see all of the rest of your children, and you can go to that particular child. Now, what do you see on here? You see the child's picture, their student number, the grade, etc. Then over on the right, you see their schedule for the semester over on the right with their teacher there, which I'm going to show you in a moment. Also on the left, if you notice, if the teacher has put in assignments that are due, those assignments will be listed there, and then assignments that will be due the next day. It's a good snapshot of being able to see those assignments. So then also, if this is a view of the schedule over on the right, and you can see the teachers and the name of the class, and then the time period that your child is in that class. So this is a great view right here. You will see the schedule again, but this is a great location to see the schedule. The next tab is the calendar, and the calendar also shows a robust amount of information too. So on the calendar, above the calendar, you see assignments, schedule, and attendance. So this one is on assignment. So the assignment for August 21st, over on the right, that's the assignment that a teacher had put in for that date. So it's going to show all the assignments for that particular date. Then you have the schedule. So what is the child's schedule on that date? And sometimes in, say, high school, the schedule may change from day to day because of block scheduling. So it depends. Most of the time in elementary school, of course, it'll stay the same, and same in middle school. But this is showing a snapshot of the schedule for that day. The next one is the attendance. And this is great that you can go to that particular day and see if your child was absent, was tardy, etc. So you can click on that particular day and see their absences or their tardies. Again, that's going to be shown over on the left in another tab. So I'm going to show you that. Okay, the next tab is the assignments tab, and this is a pretty robust tab as well, especially as we get into the middle of the semester here where assignments are becoming more and more. So there's two tabs there. There's the missing, and then there is the that is the content. I should have my glasses on right now. The current term, meaning all the assignments for the current term. And you can see that for any of the child's classes. And over on the right is the mobile view as well. So these are all the assignments, and it can be all of the assignments that the child throughout the semester has had due, or anything that the teacher has put into the gradebook, into Infinite Campus. Excuse me. Then we have the grades tab. Okay, so the grades tab, what that's showing is it's showing every single course that the child is in. And for example, our courses are divided up into the progress reports come out 4.5 weeks, every 4.5 weeks. So in this particular snapshot, this was throughout 9 weeks, and it's showing the average for that 9 weeks. Anytime, or this is actually a 9-week class. If it was an 18-week class, then it would show the average, the cumulative average so far for that particular class. And if we were to scroll down on that page, you would see more and more averages on there. And if you look over to the right, actually, that's showing the snapshot of the 4.5-week average for those particular courses right there. So it's going to show the average for each of the 4.5 weeks. And then it also shows the cumulative for either a 9-week class or an 18-week class. Then there's gradebook updates. So any recent updates are going to be shown right here. It is anything that, again, that the teachers have recently put into the gradebook. Then you have the attendance tab. So what this is showing is it's showing each course, and it's showing when the child was absent or tardy. It's showing, I'm sorry, it's not showing when, it's showing how many times that the child was absent or tardy. And let me explain something here. For elementary, it's not going to show all these courses. It's just going to show the one homeroom course. This is a snapshot of either a middle school or high school because it's showing all the different courses, but for an elementary school, it's going to show the homeroom course and the absences and tardies at that point in the semester for the attendance. Then you have over on the left, the schedule. And like we've seen before, you can see the schedule in several different places. So one of the places that you can see the schedule is on the schedule tab. Again, this schedule is going to stay the same throughout the semester, unless sometimes if it's a 9-week class, it may shift at the 9 weeks. But the schedule stays very constant, and unless something is changed at the school. And then it'll also have the teacher's name. The teacher's name is blurred out over on the right, but it'll have the teacher's name as well. Then you have the Documents tab. On the Documents tab, then this is a newer tab, and this is essential to you as a parent and to the students. So on the Documents tab, it has the report card. Now, when we say report card, we mean report card / progress report. Remember, every 4.5 weeks, a progress report comes out. The 18 weeks is a report card. So what you as a parent are able to do is, where it has custom report card, there will be a link there for the current 4.5 weeks that the student is in. For example, we just ended the 4.5 week mark, and the report card, the link to the report card should be there, and it comes out as a PDF. And then also there is a spot there for the schedule. You can click on that link and that will print out the schedule. And then if you notice, this is on the computer device, it is a snapshot of the transcript, unofficial transcript. That is only for high school only. It's not for our elementary and middle school. So don't try to look for that for them, but it's only for high school at that point. So the Documents tab is a valuable piece of information for you. If you need to go back and look at your child's progress report / report card, you can go there. If you need to print out the schedule, that's a great place to go. And then we have the More tab. So in the More tab, you have an abundance of excuse me, of information. You have over on the right, you have your quick links to anything that's in the county. And then you have over on the left, you have address information, family information, important dates, lockers, transportation, GTID, annual verification, and next year course requests. Now, not all of this may be relevant right now, but I want to go over a couple of them. So the first one is the household one, and on this you can update the phone number, and the primary mailing address is down there, but this is an important tab where you can update the phone number on there. And then you have the family information. This is crucial information here. So it's going to have, this is an only child, but you have the student information up at the top. You have the student email and if there's a phone number, but most likely there won't be for the student. But then you have, say that there's 2 guardians in this household. So it will have the phone number for the first guardian and the email for the first guardian, and then the phone number for the second guardian and the email for the second guardian. And you can actually update that information over on the right. You can click on update, and you can actually update that information, which is important. Then there is the tab with the important dates. And the important dates are going to be like when they're out of school, their first day of school, the fall break. This is really important to you as a parent because you want to know when they are going to be out of school. So this is a great place to go right here. So there is an app that you can put on your smartphone or iPad or any kind of tablet that you can download from the App Store or Google Play, and it is Campus for students and Campus for parents, and it's great for you to have right at the touch of your phone, where you can bring up the app right there. And like I showed you on there were some screenshots of what it looks like on the phone, on a phone versus on the computer. So I just went through all of the features within Infinite Campus Parent Portal. And so now we are ready to have you type some questions in the chat, and then we're going to have our wonderful facilitators read some out to Annette and I so that we can answer your questions. And Annette, if I left anything out, please jump in and let me know.
We're just going to ask if there are any questions in the chat or Q&A that we can answer at this time. I'm going to also place the sign-in sheet in the chat again so that we can know who's sharing the space with us today.
Do we have any questions?
Any questions? We did have one. If son had an ID, a student ID when he was a kindergarten, can I use the same user ID or do I need to get a new one? Demetria did answer that privately, but we're going to give the response out publicly as well.
Okay.
And the student ID remains with the student as long as they are in DeKalb County School District, and it'll be throughout their entire journey through DeKalb County Schools, the student ID. There's another question that says, do I have to be the mom? I'm the sister. And this question was at the beginning when you started talking about accessing parent portal, and the response is that the portal access is granted to guardians on record, and that is determined by their primary household, the parents or guardian of that particular scholar. So if you are a sibling, that is a great conversation for your parents in reference to should you have access to look at your siblings' grades and attendance and monitor with your parents. Is this session listed as Let's Communicate using Infinite Campus Parent Portal and other resources? Yes.
You may see some different names in different places, but it was, if you're asking it, you were in the right session.
Please remind us what the URL is to log into Infinite Campus. What is that URL to log into Infinite Campus?
So what I had originally shown was I showed you all how to go from the DeKalb County School District website, so DeKalbSchoolsGA.org, and then scroll down to the bottom and click on the campus portal icon, and then go to either, if you're a parent, you would go to campus parent, and then you would log in from there.
I have another question. Can I turn off DeKalb County School District text notifications through Infinite Campus? That's under the, where the notifications are.
Want me to go back on the PowerPoint?
And they actually get an opportunity to see what range they want of grades and things as well. I'm not certain that we showed a slide in particular showing that notification slide that gives them an opportunity to turn those notifications off if they desire.
Was that the bell up at the top?
It's under notifications, under settings.
Under settings, which was one of the first ones that I showed up at the top right corner.
There is a way. And Terry is responding to the individual as well.
Okay, great.
Let's see if we have some more questions here. I can only access one of my kids through my parent portal, my second grader. I also have a kid in the 11th grade, and I can only access his information through his student portal. What should I do to add my high schooler to my parent portal where I can see his schedule and grades? One of the ways that you can get this taken care of is you can contact your regional parent center facilitator. If you could let us know what region you're in, or provide us with your email address, we will definitely get in contact with you so that you can we can do this as well. Sometimes it's one of those things where the two are not connected together, and we need to make sure that it is combined as the parent of guardian for both of the students. And so you could provide us with that information, that'll be great, or contact your parent center facilitator, and we can address it as well. Let's see if there's any other questions. How do we get the activation code? There were two ways. One, we have a web link that
Right here.
it's almost like a do-it-yourselfer that's on the screen right now, where it asks the parent for the student number, and we can place that in the chat, that link in the chat for you, or you can contact your school for the activation code.
And then you would put in your activation code in this right here.
Yes. At this time, I don't see any more questions, so we will proceed, Risa, and then we will also check the Q&A again before the end of the session.
Sounds great. So with instructional technology, we have Ignite You Connect and other resources, and we have what's called our virtual learning support for students, and you all have access to this. It is www.decabschools.ga.org/virtual-learning-support, and there's several resources about all of the tools that we support, or if you're having how to log into the Chromebook, there's videos on there. This is a great resource for families. Then we also have our Digital Dreamers site, where it has the device user agreement, and what you can do is there's a direct link on your school's website. It'll say Digital Dreamers. You can also, this is what I do all the time, is I Google DeKalb County School District and Digital Dreamers, and it will come up. So that's available to you. And then Annette, I'll let you talk about this one.
Yes, we also have more resources on our YouTube channel, so that parents can get an opportunity to even go back and review some of the prior webinars on topics with our Ed Media department, discussing resources for our students, and who's talking about copyright and other topics that are very important in your child's education journey.
So again, here's that sign in again. We want to make sure that we have, we are connecting with all of you and who is coming to our tech cafes. So if you'll please make sure you go to this form and complete it so that we are able to connect with you. And then we wanted to hear some feedback from you. We want to, and we're going to put this in the chat as well. So we want to make sure that we get some feedback about this session. We do this on all the sessions, but we want to make sure that we are fitting your needs and that we understand that what you need from us, so that the communication is to its fullest. So we are putting this in the chat as well. So please make sure that, I know we're giving you a lot of things to fill out, but we want to make sure that we are on, that we have your full participation, and make sure that you are able to communicate with us as well. So should we check the chat? I mean, the question and answer, to see if there's anything else?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
And this comes from the Zoom chat. And
Okay.
the question is, it's a hot topic. Are teachers required to put grades into the portal?
So teachers, all teachers use Infinite Campus as their method of putting in assignments and grades. It is up to the individual school as far as how often these are put in, but yes, teachers are to put in their assignments and their grades through Infinite Campus Gradebook, which then anything that's done in Infinite Campus Gradebook, any attendance that's taken, it's real-time access. So anything that's ever put in by the teacher will also show up on the Infinite Campus Parent Portal.
And also to add to that, Infinite Campus is our school district's official grade book, and it is permanent records as well.
It's our student information system.
Are there any other questions? How do I see the science book my child is using?
So that is not through Infinite Campus. That would be, we suggest you contact the teacher about that as far as how they're utilizing that science book, that online, I'm presuming an online science book, but please contact the teacher for that resource. But that is not in Infinite Campus.
I have another question for you guys. How can we read the MAP test results?
The MAP test results, as far as I know, are not through Infinite Campus. Again, I would contact the school about that.
The MAP scores, when they come back and are readily available for parents, are in the SLDS portal of Infinite Campus. SLDS, we have all these acronyms: a student longitudinal statewide data system. And that is definitely a conversation with your school, especially your teacher. They will share with you how to read that report and how to look at those outcomes that are there as well. And the SLDS portal portion of Infinite Campus is once we go to more. Let's see here, under more, let me not get it wrong. You will see SLDS, and you will see information on the right hand side. You'll see your school's name. You'll see how to get to their website. All of that information is under there.
Thank you so much.
Demetria, anyone else? Or anything?
And, Demetria, can you share your experience with going to SLDS through Infinite Campus?
Sure. As a parent as well, DeKalb County School District, it is very easy to use. And when you go, as Annette mentioned, into the more and you pull up the SLDS portal, you can see all of your students that attend DeKalb County School District. You select which child you would like to see, and you'll select progress. And you'll be able to see all of their assessment scores for MAP and Georgia milestones, depending on their grades that they're in over time. And it'll tell you down to the strand of areas that they may need additional support in. So when you do attend the data talks that are coming up in probably the next month with your child's teachers or team at the school, you can say, well, I see that over the last 2 years that my child is having concerns with this particular strand. What strategies do you suggest to help support this? And I've even shared this with parents at different workshops that we've had in our region. And those that are even very strong learners or do very well in the test, the parent may have overlooked that particular piece. So So it just helps to help strengthen any areas of concern for the child. And then you also have those free links that are available to support each of those categories on the MAP or Georgia Milestones in the SLDS portal.
Are there any other questions? Attendees, please fill out the survey as well. We are always brainstorming and looking at the feedback from all of the regions, as well as at the district level, as to what are those hot topics that parents really want us to share in this format for you. And so your feedback matters. And if there are no more questions, thank you so much for participating tonight. And this recording is being provided to you through our YouTube channel, as well as the links will be available for you as well. Have an awesome evening.